Books, anime, video games, sci-fi. If you've been made fun of for it, we're probably going to talk about it.
Everyone pretend podcasting isn't boring.
This is Nerd Radio.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on a parking lot at Twin Pines Mall, and this is temporal experiment number 1.
Welcome to this week's Nerd Radio, wherever you get your podcast, as part of the B-Pod Studios Network, and of course on your social media at Nerd Radio 101. My name is Chuck Bean. I am joined for this week in Nerd News by James.
Hello.
And Al Beck.
Yeah, I'm here, sort of.
And we appreciate, not only do I appreciate you guys being here, but I appreciate everybody tuning in on Twitch Wednesday afternoons. You can find us at twitch.tv/CheckpointXPs around 11:30. Getting started. We're a little late today, but that's okay.
Look at you plugging into the channel without any help.
I know.
URL.
I'm actually
You got
buying
some notes, huh?
If there's
No, not
one
at
thing
all.
we made perfectly clear by our late arrival is Chuck doesn't need any help. He's like, well, I can't rely on you two idiots for anything.
No, you know what? I am buying time while I pull up our Twitter because we got to start with WandaVision.
Oh, okay.
We had
Yes.
somebody up on our Twitter, Mavan Design, at Mad L Fan, that demanded to hear our thoughts on Friday's WandaVision. I know that Al, I know that you had watched it. I, of course, I got to see it on Friday, so I didn't get anything spoiled. What about you, James?
I am caught up.
You're all caught
I
up.
decided to watch it. I bit the bullet.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I know you're
I'm
kind of
gonna watch
lukewarm
it.
on the show.
Yeah, I don't enjoy the sitcom-y
Right.
stuff. I'm like, I don't really care
Yeah.
if you're doing your version of Leave It to Beaver or whatever. Just tell me what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? On that note, I like it. So let's
Yeah.
move on.
Fair enough.
That would be a total James move to troll that Twitter person. Like, they're talking about it.
Yeah.
James like, I don't know. I like it. Chuck, cool. All right, move on. What
All
happened
right,
in
so
wrestling?
next
What's
what's
this?
going
What's
on?
this? I hurt my whole thing all about.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But I have to say that I was genuinely shocked and surprised by the ending of the newest episode. Let's put
we
it
have
up.
to give a spoiler alert.
Let's
right
put
now
it up
so
front
everybody
right now.
knows?
We're gonna spoil the hell out of the newest WandaVision. So if you haven't caught up, well, the newest one, this episode drops on Friday, so there'll already be a new one. But last week's WandaVision. So if you haven't caught up yet, you may want to either fast forward a couple minutes through the podcast.
Yeah, you bum. Get caught up on your entertainment.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. Nice.
It's called irony, Chuck.
Al, Hall Gaming says, Al, it's no MASH, right?
That's true, but it could be.
It
You never
could-
know. We haven't
You
seen
never
all the
know.
episodes
We haven't
yet.
gone that far yet.
That's right.
So yeah, the end of this week's episode, Wanda opens the front door to find her brother, her dead brother, out front. But the real shock and twist is that Pietro, Quicksilver, being played by Evan Peters.
Yeah, the one from the X-Men movie.
from the X-Men movies, Apocalypse and Days of Future Past and all that good stuff. Yeah, I let out a holy shit when it happened, because it's the kind of thing I've read about over the years. And like, yeah, they killed the one Quicksilver so they could bring the other one in. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's cool, but it's never gonna happen. Whatever.
And then, all
And
of
then
a
it
sudden looks like it's
happened.
happening. Yeah.
Yep.
Which I thought was weird too, because she even makes a statement in that episode that she can't bring people back from the dead.
Yeah.
But I guess technically he's not dead, unless you're going to the Quicksilver. Like, so now does this mean? Unless this is what everybody's debating.
Yeah.
Does this mean it's like a multiverse type thing? So they brought in a Quicksilver that's still alive.
That's the thought.
From another, Marvel universe to
Yep.
be a part of this universe. Or is there some kind of a resurrection? Because she just said she can't bring things back from the dead.
Right.
Moments earlier in that
in the
episode.
fourth episode, yeah, in the episode before that, there's that she gets that brief flash of Vision, and he's got the hole in his head.
Yeah,
he's
and he's all
gray.
zombied, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So there's the thoughts of like, well, what does that mean? Is he
Yeah.
actually he dead, and she's just animating him, because that would make sense.
Yeah, so what we're seeing is just whatever she's envisioning the life to be.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like a zombified Vision.
It's
being-
wish fulfillment.
Yeah, like whatchamacallit, marionette puppet
Yeah, there was
from the dead.
There was an issue of New Mutants from the X-Men line from the 80s that I had never read. I'd read about multiple times, but never actually gotten to read until last year when I got the Marvel Unlimited app. And the character Doug Ramsey, whose mutant power was that he could understand and speak any language, which is a worthless mutant power when it comes to fighting bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
So he was the one that they always tried to protect. He eventually gets killed halfway through the run, and the alien warlock that is a part of the team, doesn't understand the concept of death, but he knows that he always used to attach to Doug and like make armor for him, and also because he's a shapeshifter. So he just animates Doug because he sees his friends are sad that Doug won't get out of the coffin and wake up anymore. Ooh. So he's like, well, I'll just make Doug alive again.
Hey, it's me, Doug.
Right.
I'm back from the dead. Let's go do Doug stuff. Let's go have some pizzas for Doug.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's maybe
welcome.
a little bit of that going on.
I like my zombie voice. It sounds like an old man on the crapper.
A little bit, yeah.
I told Martha no more cheese.
Can we get you for that? What's that Left 4 Dead like sequel game that's coming out?
Back 4 Blood?
Back 4 Blood. Can we get you to just do the zombies in Back 4 Blood?
Yeah.
I would.
How about I guess you guys? I hear you talk about pills here. Ammo here. I'm coming for your ammo.
Oh man, we're gonna have to mod that. Speaking of modding, I've got some news as far as that's concerned later on in the show. Nice. Look forward to that. So yeah, now that the show is shifting more towards a Lost kind of conspiracy theory, what's going on question, and less of a sitcom thing, do you enjoy it a little bit more?
Yeah, I enjoy everything that does not take place inside of a sitcom.
Yeah.
All the stuff that's happening with Sword. All the stuff that's happening with I forget her name.
Monica Rambeau.
So Monica Rambeau, is she a character from the whatchamacallit? Not Miss Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel movie?
She was the little girl in the Captain Marvel movie.
She's the little girl. Okay.
And her mother, you found out in episode 4 that she was the one that blinked out for 5 years or whatever when Thanos snapped his fingers.
Yeah.
And when she comes back, she finds out, hey, we got a subscription. All right. Thanks, guy. You find out that when she comes back that stuff is happening.
They really like it when I don't talk.
I guess so. We like it when Al's not on the show. You find out that her mom, who was friends with Carol Danvers, passed away during that 5 years.
But it seems like there's a bitterness between her and Captain Marvel.
Yeah, something that we'll find. Maybe it's because Carol wasn't around when her mom passed away.
Okay.
She was out in space doing space stuff.
Hey, she's Captain Marvel. Got to give her a break.
Right. But there's the fan theories over the show are amazing. Like Monica in the comics ends up being the character Photon, but before Carol took on the mantle of Captain Marvel, Monica was known as Captain Marvel.
Gotcha.
During like the 70s.
Well, I've seen every single character from the Marvel universe somehow being tied into WandaVision. We got the Fantastic Four. I've seen.
Sure.
I'm trying to think who else. I had a whole bunch of them on the tip of my tongue. Now that I'm live on camera, I'm all shy and I can't.
Well, they had what's her Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings is in this, which is really fun. The guy that was in the FBI from Ant-Man.
Yeah,
which was a super cool thing. The first time he shows up, he does the card trick that he asks Ant-Man about in the Ant-Man and Wasp sequel.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, when Paul Rudd does the card trick, and he's like, "Can you teach me how to do that?" And now we see him a couple years later, and he figured out how to do it. Yeah. It's.
I never checked the computer levels. I figured now was a perfect time.
It's a perfect time for it. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. J.K. Living Free says, "Come on now, you staying current on shows makes the rest of us look bad."
You are correct.
Yeah. So I looked it up on IMDb. We got 4 more episodes left. It's going to be a 9-episode series.
Okay. Oh wow! So that's 9 episodes, huh?
Yep. So we've got 4 more episodes of watching it slowly unravel.
Yeah.
Which will be kind of fun. I feel a little bit cheap. I feel like the episode should be longer. The more of it we spend in actual reality instead of sitcom reality, because I feel like I'm getting cheated out of my sitcom stuff because the first couple were nothing but sitcom.
Oh, yeah. I kind of have enjoyed a little bit of the sitcom stuff. Now, granted, that's my wheelhouse. The kind of what they're parodying.
The nostalgia factor of whatever. Hopefully there's a Married with Children parody. How great would that be?
Great.
I like that meme that's going around.
Yeah.
However, I will say I tend to, as much as I love watching an old show, I don't necessarily enjoy the parody as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what I really like about it is when reality breaks in and the canned laughter goes away and there's like that sort of serious
there's some kind of sinister note coming up in the background.
It's very heavy.
Wait.
Yeah, I like that. I really like that about it. But the funny thing is, kind of like how you were saying you feel cheated, there are times when there's like, like the reality scene's been going on too long. I'm like, I kind of want to get back onto the WandaVision world.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of want to go check that out for a little bit.
What are they? They're on pause while we're watching all this. What are they doing?
Right. But I do like how they changed the aspect ratio and all that cool stuff. And
yeah, that's a neat.
The video
such a
looks
simple
different.
effect.
Yeah,
but really cool how like the letterboxing will fade in, and
Yeah.
the screen will pan out, so
Yeah.
to tell you that it's going someplace different. Yeah, I'm digging it. I can't wait to see. And I'm excited because we found out over the Super Bowl that I think there's a 1 week break, and then we're right into the next Marvel show.
Yeah, the whatchamacallit?
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did you guys happen to catch that trailer?
I
at all?
did not see the trailer. I was actually rolling a doobie at
It
that
is-
moment.
It is going to be a buddy cop, like Lethal Weapon style show,
Cool.
because they still don't like each other very much. And they're going to be hunting down Baron Zemo from the Civil War movie.
Oh, interesting.
The guy who made the Civil War happen
Gotcha.
with Bucky. Also, you see in the trailer that Emily Van Camp is returning as Sharon Carter.
Cool.
She was Cap's next door neighbor during the Captain
Is
America
she
movies.
like the his kind of pseudo love interest?
A little bit. She's
Okay.
the granddaughter
crush?
of his. She's the granddaughter of his crush from
Oh,
back in
okay.
World War II,
That's the connection.
which makes it a little weird. And you also got
Nowadays, that's okay.
a guy
You
showing
bang the
up
grandma, then bang the granddaughter, as long as she's of age.
right as long
These
as
days,
it's age
it's
of consent.
2021.
Also, we've got a guy showing up as John Walker, who was U.S. agent in the comics. It was kind of like he's the guy they hired to replace Captain America, and he's a little bit more hard-nosed military. He's kind of a jerk. So it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. But the trailer looks enjoyably hilarious.
It's funny because the trailer aired as I was taking care of some other business. And
You already said you were rolling a doobie.
And my fiance's like, they just announced a new Marvel movie. I was like, what? There's a new Marvel movie? She's like, yeah. Winter Soldier and the Falcon. I'm like, I think that's a Disney Plus show. Still very cool that we got a trailer, but I don't think that's a movie.
Right. So yeah, no idea how long those episodes will be or how many episodes of it we'll get, but the trailer looks hilariously fun, and it's only about a month away.
That's cool. It's nice to. I bet you they're going to keep doing that to where they'll keep you on the hook. Yeah, they get you with the WandaVision.
Yeah.
So you watch for 8 weeks and give you a couple weeks off, and guess what? We're back. More Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like there was going to be a longer break before COVID happened. I feel like we were probably going to get one of these shows in the fall, and then there would be a month or two, and then they'd give us another one.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're just going to stagger them to like Star Wars show, Marvel show, Star Wars show,
Yeah.
Marvel show.
Yeah. Well, I don't like it.
What?
Well, and again, I know this is me, and it's probably unique just to me, but I just, as I've said so many times on the show before, when it becomes too much,
Sure.
I just can't be bothered. That's why I ended up falling off of the Netflix Marvel shows.
Yep.
They're just, by the time I was 3 seasons behind something, I was like, I'm never going to catch up on this, so why am I even going to try? So it's going to happen again. It just so happened that I was, 3 or 4 episodes behind on WandaVision, and I was able to catch up real quick.
Sure.
And then I stayed up to date the last 2 weeks. But, if I fell completely behind on that, and then the new show came out, and now I'm behind on that, and the third one came out, I go, guess what? I'm never going to watch any of these.
Yeah. I was talking to Steve Black over the weekend just for a couple minutes, and he was telling me that he liked The Mandalorian so much that it was coming out at the same time that the new Star Trek Discovery was coming out, and he stayed current on Mandalorian, but fell behind
Wow,
on
that's big
Discovery.
because
He's
a
a
hardcore
huge Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
So that says something.
If those of you who don't know Steve Black, he's
Yeah.
on air personality at WRIF.
Yeah, we've had him on a couple of times
Yeah.
talking Star
Yeah.
Wars.
And he does
Got some
really
new listeners.
like
We're trying to bring them into the fold.
for sure.
he does really like Discovery as well.
Sure.
I've had my ups and downs with it, but it's funny because the most current season 3, I was in here singing praises to it at the beginning,
Yep.
loving the new season. But by the end of this season, I was like, my God, I think I actually hate Star Trek Discovery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
just
a
not-
big reveal.
Is there any other Star Trek shows that you hate?
Below Deck?
I kind of enjoyed that.
Okay.
Honestly, it's not my style of humor, but I did end up enjoying it.
Yeah.
There's obviously a couple movies that I'm not crazy
Sure.
about.
It's just strong words to be like,
Yeah, but
I do
is
not
there,
like this show of my
aside from
favorite
Discovery, is there a series that I do not like?
thing. Deep Space Nine.
No, I love Deep Space Nine. That's great.
Enterprise.
Really good. There's aspects of it I didn't care for, but
Right.
Overall it's really good. Voyager was great.
Voyager was the other one I was
Love,
trying to think of.
obviously,
There's no
the
way-
original series.
Nope, there's not a. You can't.
I mean, I
find me a person that hates Next Generation.
I despise it.
Find me a person. Impossible.
It's my absolute favorite.
It's
I
the
love
most
that one, yeah.
palatable Star Trek show ever.
You know what? A lot of people do not count the animated series, but I always do. So
Sure.
I will add that to the list. That is a tough watch.
Talking
That-
the old school,
the 70s one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
one that's
animated.
animated like He-Man.
It's like
used to be
Hanna-Barbera or
animated.
whatever?
It was the
Yeah.
same 6 scenes over and over.
It's a tough watch.
Yeah.
I've made it through once.
Could they like Space Ghost any of that stuff? Do you think they could take some clips from that?
I'm surprised Lower Decks
and then,
wasn't that.
like redub?
Yeah, or
some,
C-Lab.
Yeah, you know,
like they did.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'm surprised that has not happened. One last thing about Falcon and Winter Soldier 2. A Redditor found out that the Dutch Film and Television Board gave the show a 16+ rating for violence and coarse language, which is the exact same rating Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Game of Thrones gets over there.
Wow.
So, be a little mature as far as the language and violence is
Some
concerned.
ass kicking.
Yep, for sure. All right, well, we're going to take a short break here. We're going to come back. Speaking of language, a wrestler on Monday Night Raw this week pretty much made her career with a spot that we'll discuss. And we'll also talk about some casting news. I've got some Keanuews, if you will.
Keanuews.
Keanuews.
Breaking Keanuews.
Breaking Keanuews coming up next.